Boston Bruins defeat the Columbus Blue Jackets 4-2 here at TD Garden on Saturday afternoon. I'm Conor Ryan of BostonSportsJournal.com, here to give you a few takeaways from today's win. And this is a game, if you're the Bruins, yes, 2 points is 2 points at the end of the day, and good for the Bruins for fighting back from that really rough loss to the Kings on Thursday and coming away with another win. Still, I think kind of Jim Montgomery said it best post-game. Kind of just bluntly declared they're not playing good hockey right now, and they're not checking well. Their details are slipping, and I think it's something you're seeing in this game where you look at this matchup, you look at the way the Bruins are playing, and who they're playing against, a Columbus team that is on the downturn, really banged up. So there's about 4 or 5 guys on this depth chart that I had no idea who they were. Should have been an easy, by the book win for the Bruins. And granted, you look at the final score 4-2, you think probably it was out of reach, but this was still a game where the Bruins, for most of that game, especially for a big sum of the third period, were treading water, clinging to a 1-goal lead. It almost kind of felt like the lead up to the Kings game where they're holding on to that 1-goal lead and almost felt inevitable that the Bruins were going to give that one up because they were kind of taking their foot off the gas, or they were just getting knocked for costly penalties. And you saw it more in this game, right? I think over the last 5 games now, the Bruins have taken 22 minor penalties. And in this game, yes, the Bruins have an elite penalty kill, but you have to, you work them that much over a short span of time, you're going to have some cracks in the armor. And I think you saw it in this game where Columbus is a team that does not have a lot of firepower. They go into this game, I believe they were 2 for 28 on the road all season long and scored 2 goals against the Bruins. So this is a game that, again, you'll take the 2 points, but Montgomery kind of said it best. There's still a lot this team needs to really kind of sort out over what I wouldn't call this a slump, but you probably call it the first lull of the season for the Bruins, right? They're just not playing to the capabilities. They're playing in these games where they should be, getting some breathing room, padding some of their lead, and they're letting teams hang around. A lot of it off of self-inflicted miscues, lapses in execution, stuff like that. So still a lot to sort out for the Bruins in that regard, which if you're doing that while still collecting 2 points, you'll definitely take it. And in terms of the other, probably the most positive development in this game has to be Jeremy Swayman having a really strong game. This is a guy that hasn't really been able to find that much traction this year, which granted, some of that's a byproduct of Linus Ullmark looking like a Vezina candidate to start the year. But still, when you look at just the eye test, the numbers, Swayman hasn't really been able to string together some really strong starts in a row. And you hope that, a game like this where, again, he was tested quite a bit, especially in terms of the Bruins' penalty problems. Swayman kind of held up his end of the bargain and played well, because you need him to be playing at a high level, not just because you need him to get confident and kind of build his game and get him on the right track, but also an effective Jeremy Swayman also lightens the workload for Ullmark, because you can't have Linus Ullmark playing, 55, 60 plus games in regular season and hope that he's going to last over the span of a playoff run. You need to manage those numbers, manage that workload a little bit more, and having Swayman hopefully settle into a groove, work out for all parties involved. And if there was one thing that is the main takeaway from this game, my goodness, if Jeremy Swayman scored that empty net goal to end this game, it would have been, 1, great highlight, but 2, I would have been a little bit nervous because I believe I would probably still be in orbit along with the rest of TD Garden. We'd probably be somewhere over the Mystic River at this point, because this place would have gone bananas if he scored that goal. So he said, he's still going to keep on trying. So we'll see if he gets another chance. Would have been incredible, but we'll see kind of what the next opportunity is for Swayman to finally light the lamp in a game. So those are a few of our takeaways from today's win. Of course, we'll have all the coverage, more takeaways, all that stuff over at BostonSportsJournal.com. So please subscribe over there. Thanks, guys.